question we are trying to answer is, how do we negotiate space for the species in a modernizing Africa? That requires new sets of tools. The vision of NWF moving forward is really based on what's happening on the continent. Current African leader, they are making decisions today that are going to determine the future of the continent. How do we help them make the decisions between development and conservation? Conservation versus development is a false choice. This is the most important takeaway, because you cannot succeed in development without conservation. And the reverse is true. We are not going to be successful in conservation of the continent without development. An organization like NWF that has been in Africa for more than almost 60 years now, we've seen the progress happening on the continent. The aspirations of Africans is about economic growth. It's about, how do I take my children to school? It's about food, decisions of their future. How do we help Africans find the balance? Africa is a young continent. Almost 70% of the people in Africa are below 30. And therefore, conservation must engage the majority of Africans. We are looking for champions, and we are supporting the voice of Africans that are representative of wildlife and wildlands. Conservation has to be African-led. We have no choice. One of the presidents asked me, he had never had a voter asking him for more elephants or asking him for more protected areas. So for us, we need to do more work to ensure that the voters to this young generation, with the education and the skills they have, also include wildlife and wildlands in their requests to their leaders. Moving forward, the idea of representing the African voice and wildlife voice is a very big part of our work. It's exciting, actually. We are trusted. Because of trust, we are able to have these difficult conversations about conservation and development. But that comes from the trust we have with African governments and people, and the trust comes from how successful we've been for the last 60 years now. As Africans, we cannot be so presumptuous that we are the only Africans. Wildlife is also African. Many of these species are only found on this continent, and therefore it's our duty to conserve, find solutions, and protect our heritage as Africans. It is a global challenge. This wildlife is only found in Africa, but it belongs to the entire world.